Hello, welcome to the platform Young and Bold. I am Precious Odinaka, and on this session I'd like to quickly shed a little light on some certain issues that has bewildered our young people. And one of such issue has to do with the inability of youths per se, or our teenagers, or our young people in general, their inability to handle problems, inability to handle failures, challenges. Even the scripture told us, the Bible said in the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 19, the scripture said, "For we know that we are of God." Say, because the world lies in wickedness. We are in a world that is in despair. Okay? We're in a world that is serving as a source of threat to the livelihood of our young people. We're in a world of obscurity. We're in a world that threatens the self-esteem of our young people. And so if we must survive as young people in such environment, if we must survive in such world, what are the things that we need to equip ourselves with? That's one of the things I'm going to be sharing with us shortly. And that is the ability to handle failure. We're in a world that has given us a template that if you don't do some certain things, you can't get some certain things. If you don't do this, you can't get this. If you don't do that, you can't get that. If you don't cut corners, you can't make it. These are myths, these are lies that our world has delivered to the mind of our young people. The scripture told us in the book of Romans chapter 12 and verse 2, it said, "Be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind." Okay? So the first place that we must quickly feature or look at is the place of mindset. Now, if we must be able to handle our problems, now this is my philosophy about life and nature. Anyone that cannot handle problem, anyone that cannot handle failure, can truly not handle success, because it takes a lens of failure to experience a lens of success. So it simply means that the road that leads to success has so many thorns, it has so many things to the alongside. And that is why I'm here today to admonish us, young people, the Lord bless you. So what I'm trying to say is this: as a young person, if you must truly survive in this harsh world, we are in a world that threatens. We're in a world that threatens, like I said before, the livelihood of our young people. People are losing their value on a daily basis. Our young people are losing their self-esteem on a daily basis. And this is as a result of the harshness that the world is producing, the heat that our world is producing for us and delivering to our young people. And this has breeded fear, this has breeded threats, so many things, so many unhealthy things as creating. And that is why we could see that people are no longer maximizing their destiny. A lot of young people no longer care what happens to their future. That is why we see young people, they are very much ready to sell, to deny themselves, like to sell their rights for just a morsel of bread. Young people are filled with so much lies because of this rage, because of this anger. A lot of things are going wrong in our society. And so if we must stop all these things, what are the steps we must take as young believers, as young people? What are the steps that must be taken? Number one, you have to be bold. You have to be able to confront situations. I read a book written by John Calvin Maxwell talking about failing forward. We must learn to fail forward. We must learn to handle failure. We must learn to handle failure. Every champion you see, every general you see that survives the war has a scar or number of scars on his body. It is the scars that makes the star. If we must truly shine, like the scripture told us in Isaiah 60 and verse 1, the Bible said, "Arise, shine, for the light is come." So for the light to come, darkness must first come. Remember, in the beginning when God was creating the earth, the Bible said the earth was filled with darkness. It was void and it was dark. But God had to speak forth light. So we must be bold as young people to confront every every situation that comes our way. And that has to do with the renewal of our mind. The renewal, your mindset must be programmed positively. We must be willing to think positively at all times. We must be willing to be bold, to take the bull by the horn. And that is what the scripture told us. It said, for it is good for a young man to bear his yoke at his youthful age. So if we run from problems, then we can never see success as young people. And how can our minds be transformed? How can our minds be transformed? The scripture told us in the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 8, the Lord was speaking to Joshua. He said, let this book of the Lord not depart from thy mouth. He said, but thou shalt meditate on it day and night. Why? So that thou mayest be prosperous and be successful. As a young person, if we truly want to be successful, then we can't take away the place of information. It is information that creeps into our lives that helps us be transformed. Remember, 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15 told us clearly. It says, study to show thyself approved, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, but rightly dividing the word of truth. We are in a world that is filled with so much information. We are in a world that has life in itself. We are in a world that nature controls. And if we're not careful to understand the concept at which the world runs with, we might not be able to utilize, we might not be able to live life to its fullness. We might not be able to maximize our destiny. And I've been able to analyze this concept in my book, Maximizing the Youthful Era. As a young person, there are times you fail, there are times you fall, there are times you are depressed, there are times you are dismayed, but you can't stop there. You can't afford to lose a destiny. You can't afford to put your generation in jeopardy. The scripture told us in Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11, the Lord said, for I know the thoughts that I have towards you, thoughts of good and not of evil, to give them expected end. Some other scriptures, some other versions say the future. So for every man that was born, the Lord has apportioned a great future. So you can't afford to miss that great future, because in that great future lies your destiny. In that great future lies your success. In that great future lies the generation that is going to be coming through you. And it will be a disgrace, it will be a failure on our path if we are not able to pave way. Like the scripture said, there is a way that seems right. You get it? There are ways, there are paths that we must follow. So how can we follow this path? We must be fully equipped by helping ourselves to be informed. For your mindset to be transformed, you must be informed. If you must be able to handle failure, you must be informed. If you must be able to handle problems, you must be informed. We are in the age of revolution. And revolution does not just come. It takes information for revolution to be printed. So I'm admonishing you on this podcast today that if you must truly be able to fight your way through, if you must be able to overcome the challenges that befalls you, then you should be ready to put your heads down, to put your hands on the deck, and you must help yourself to study. You must help yourself to be informed. You must help yourself to make researches. You can't just sit one place and expect miracles to happen. Miracles don't just happen. Behind everything that works, there is somebody working. Get serious with your life. Make use of your time effectively so that your life can begin to take a new shape. And as we go into a new year, 2023, I am admonishing you today that for you to truly maximize destiny in the new year that we are going into, you must help yourself to be informed. Information is powerful. Information is powerful. I repeat, information is powerful. I'll be coming your way again in our next episode, and I'm very sure that it's going to be a blessing to you. I remain your very own